Oh, he only has one.
I will get the chicken.
Okay,
get the chicken.
Just checking.
Get the chicken.
Get the chicken.
Where's the chicken? Is it in a bag? It's not. You know the history I got in these streets. We got beef. Recommend you reach for your heat and don't freeze. My friend Kandi came over because it's snowing. I never invite her over, but of course, you know, the element of snow just made it more, what's the word? Help me out. You can't even think of it. Stop staring
I
at me
can't
like
think of
that.
the word you're thinking of.
It's a challenge because she likes a challenge.
Hi guys, it's Kandi. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be cooking Nashville hot Parmesan chicken and couscous made in bone broth for added protein. Today we're cooking in Michelle's kitchen and she's my assistant chef.
I'm excited to chop chicken.
And her first job is to get the yucky chicken juice out of the chicken.
Thanks.
I do not touch chicken, raw meat actually of any kind.
She uses her friend to do it for her.
Well, I don't
True friendship.
buy individually wrapped chicken breasts because I don't want to have to touch the bag to get the chicken out because then I can't eat it because it's disgusting.
Well, this was an accident because they were out of the chicken. I do that online, you know?
Jesus.
I wish I'd have to squeeze it out.
I need a fork.
Like a zip.
We are actually being filmed in front of a live studio audience today. So I'm making this chicken in the air fryer. So in order to make cooking time lower, I'm going to slice it up into more manageable slices. When I first created this recipe, I used olive oil to make the Parmesan and the Nashville hot seasoning stick. But since we are back counting macros, weighing everything out, I have omitted the oil and surprisingly it sticks just as good. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is weigh the chicken that I'm going to be cooking for me and Michelle. But for us, Michelle and I, since we're tracking macros, I will be weighing our food. So want to make sure that your food scale is set to grams. We're gonna weigh, normally I would weigh every single piece. But I'm just gonna put a few in and create a recipe in MyFitnessPal and then divide portions.
I love how you taught me that you can put the container on and then,
Yes.
I mean, that's just brilliant. If you put it on before you turn it on.
So Nashville hot chicken is great because it tastes even better on the second day. Like it's gonna be delicious out of the air fryer, but then when you refrigerate it and heat it up the next day, even in the microwave, it's still really good.
I have a confession, sometimes I just eat it cold.
It is good cold on salads. Okay, so you don't have to weigh your food raw. If you're going to log it raw, you need to weigh it raw. If you're gonna log it cooked, you need to weigh it cooked. Whenever you cook meat, it loses like 15 to 25% of its volume in the cooking process, and so you just want to make sure that if you're weighing it raw, you're logging it in MyFitnessPal raw. So now I have my 741 grams of chicken. This is the cheese that we're going to use. The macros on this sawdust cheese are amazing. But to use 2 teaspoons, which is 5 grams, and you have no carbs and 2 grams of protein, only 1.5 grams of fat. So since we're cooking so much, I'm just gonna dump it in here. 36 grams of Parmesan.
How much of that did you put in?
36 grams.
Okay.
Because we have 740 grams of chicken. And then the Nashville hot chicken seasoning, I don't measure. I just dump it all in, and if it burns your mouth off, good luck.
It's delicious.
The hotter the better. Just gonna put some olive oil in. Stir it up to coat. I just wanted to note the difference in the chicken that I coated with the olive oil first and the chicken that doesn't use any olive oil at all. Both are coated really nicely, but you can see that this definitely has more cheese and seasoning on it. What I like to do is whenever I put this on the rack in the air fryer, I take what's left of the cheese and the seasoning in the bowl and kind of sprinkle it over the top while it's on the rack, so that way we still get extra cheese for that crisp texture. So now that we've moved our ingredients over to the air fryer, which is the Ninja Foodie, we're going to just turn it on and select the air crisp option and then set it to 390 degrees. This air fryer is actually a pressure cooker, an air fryer in one, and you can make yogurt and saute, roast, or broil, and you can even bake cakes in it. I use it literally 5 days a week, and I'm going to link the product on Amazon in the video description, so if you want it, you can get it too. We will take the chicken tenders one by one and lay them across on the rack. The rack is 2 stacks tall, so we should be able to fit it all in at one time. And since I sliced them thin, they should be finished in 12 to 15 minutes. Next thing that we're going to do is make couscous.
I'm all grabbing it from you.
I love couscous. You can buy it in boxes that come with seasoning packets, but I don't really love all of the flavors. And I do love the Built Bar Company or Built Brands bone broth, and it's 10 grams of protein per pack. And so we're going to cook 2 cups of couscous and 2 cups of bone broth, and that will add 20 grams of protein to our delicious carb that's going to go with our dinner.
So this is like a bouillon cube?
Yeah, kind of, but with not as much sodium and with all of the protein. I just poured the 2 cups of water into my pan, like that, and now I'm going to add the
1 packet. Is it open?
It popped in my pan. It popped in my pan. It smells really nice. I had a packet of beef bone broth yesterday because I wasn't feeling that great, and it's nice and warm. All right, Purr, you ready?
All right, Pearl, just stir. Girl, you don't stir, Pearl. Shout out to Captain Kim. It's an Australian comedy. It's hilarious.
Also, I will link the Built bone broth in the description here, and if you use code FITWITHCANDY, you get 10% off, and that includes Built bone broth and all of their protein bars.
The coconuts to die for. I just bought some, and I got, what, 30% off? 10%?
Yeah, they're having a 28% off sale right now, and so you can stack my coupon code on top of that and then get 38% off. So we're just gonna put this on the stove, and once it starts to boil, then we'll measure out 2 cups of the couscous, and you just bring the water to a boil or bring the broth to a boil, and then add the couscous and then cover it and take it off of the burner. Once the water or broth is boiling, you're totally finished. You just dump the couscous in, cover, and remove from heat, and then it soaks up the liquid. And then you fluff it with a fork, and then you get to eat it. This is so tasty. I mean, not raw, but oh my god, I totally get it. Okay, the broth is boiling now, so we're just gonna remove it from the heat, from the burner, and we're gonna add in our dry couscous. And I'm not even gonna stir it. I'm just gonna kind of slosh it around, and then put the lid on it. Slosh a little more, and then it's just gonna soak in the broth, and then we're gonna have delicious chicken flavored couscous that is full of protein. Everything is finished, and so we're just gonna make it little plates. I just want to show the couscous before it's done. It's nice, and just fluff it up, and it smells so good.
It's nice, it's different, it's unusual.
It's nice, it's different, it's unusual. And this is the part of the chicken that we made with no olive oil, so you can see it is a little bit healthier and less fattening. All right, well here you have a delicious protein-packed meal with our Nashville hot Parmesan chicken and our couscous that we made using Built bone broth in the chicken flavor. I will make sure to include links to everything that I used today in the description of this video, and make sure that you stay tuned for our next Cooking with Kandi adventure, or Fit with Kandi.
So now can we eat the food?
Now you can eat the food. Oh, I do want to note that typically we would serve something green, like green beans with this, but today it's snowing outside and it's really cold, and we're just kind of like ready to eat. Comfort food. Comfort food with a healthy twist. It's just a nutritious. It's just like chicken. That's not Ace Ventura, right?
Oh my. Okay, bye. Bye-bye.